Hello, gang. How is it going? We are 1309, so we've had a little bit of an upturn. I was 1340, and then I'm pretty sure I came up against a cheater yesterday. I wasn't. I do like to give people the benefit of the doubt, but nobody at 1300 ELO should be out here lining up, or didn't even line up 5k in Guatemalan B rows. In like 5 seconds, to be honest. So I did actually. I was a little narc and I reported because I wasn't gonna, but I want that ELO back. To be honest, I don't want to. I don't want to go in that. I want to go in matchmaking. I was actually genuinely. Oh, we are in a game. Lame. Good start. Good start. I was genuinely thinking about Smooth. Trying out the Steam version. Just in case that runs a bit better. With Hilly. Oh, it is Baltic architecture. Could it be like Hilly Lift then? We don't have an EU plate on that there. The road doesn't quite fit, but everything else kind of does. Like Baltic, Scandinavian looking. No EU plate. It doesn't feel like it though. But maybe it does. But yeah, I was thinking maybe the getting it out of a web browser. It's hilly down here and this region-ish. Yeah, maybe getting out of it the web browser onto Steam might help. I know there's well, major backlash to the Steam version, but every little helps maybe. Oh, nice. It was Hilly Lith. Good guess. Actually, we probably could have seen into Belarus there. Got an EU plate there. That's Is it like Bulgaria then? Or is that a Czechian? No. Everything feels the roofs feel more like Balkan, definitely. This man looks pretty Balkan as well. Not to stereotype, but it's a compliment. It's a compliment to look Balkan. I wish I could. Serbia. No antenna, but I thought blue strip, but and okay. Canada. Stop. Okay. Can't see what that says. I'm thinking East Coast with this kind of road marking here. Hilly though. With the stop. Rule out New Brunswick. Hilly. So could be Nova Scotia, but I'm actually unsure even of going that far over. What about? Love to see if that had a front plate. I don't think that does. I can't tell though. Bad angle. Because otherwise it's like it's north. It's either east or like north Saskatchewan region. Feels like we're slightly hillier up here. Could be. Wait, Saskatchewan on those two don't have front plates. That one does. I'm changing. I'm changing to over there. Probably for the worst. I don't know why I changed last minute. Damn. Should have stuck with it. I mean, it was Manitoba, not Saskatchewan. Hello, hello. How's it going? Thanks for tuning in. All yellow. It's Korea, South Korea, right? Yeah, same. Yeah, absolutely should have. I'm all right. Yeah, a little dehydrated, a little flustered and hot. It's the I've just finished the 4th day of graduations at work. I've only got 1 to go, which I'm very, very grateful for. Yeah, they've been tiring and brutal, but still not horrific. Oh my god, let me see. Oh my god, let me see. Oh my god, let me see. 3 times over. Not sure on the country. Not. It might just be Russia. Oh, is it Turkey? Is it actually Turkey? Okay, fine. Sound. Yeah. That was a. I mean, probably actually would have been better off just leaving it in Bulgaria. But that was a decent-ish last second switch. But Kyiv, concrete pole. Feels a bit southern, like orangey roofs, so a bit more southern. But yeah. Hungary. Feels hilly. Well, yeah, it doesn't feel hilly. It is hilly. So you should go up in the hills up here, but there are some. No, actually, I'll go down here. That kind of fits there with the roofs, I think. Need to put out of my mind that we should have won by now after that blunder, but well, not blunder, the switch. Okay, just up there. Fair enough. I thought with the roofs it felt a little warmer and a little more, yeah, down that region. This is Turkey, yeah? We will see some Turkish on this, but we won't see some Turkish on the sign. No, we won't, because that's Cyrillic. Sorry. Good job we checked. Bulgaria, then? Do we have an antenna? We do. Yeah, this should be like southern, right? It feels really quite hot. That's why I felt like it was Turkish. Maybe even, but we got hills, so. Is it hilly over here? A little bit. Yeah, rather than over that way, that's why I felt like it was sort of here. I'll go hedge a tiny little bit, even though it's not as hilly over there, actually. What about down here? Yeah. I'm going here. It should be southern, and it's probably wise to just click in the middle of the south. Nah. The vibes were right. I mean, would have had about 500 points maybe there, but I need to trust the gut. This is Sabah. Should be in this region. Could probably even try and line up a road. The oil plantations are in and around here. I don't really know. I can't really see anything. Something like this. Oh. With the oil plantations, I always tend to go in this little pocket here, but turns out they are up there as well. US. Well, it just has to be Ohio, Indiana, Illinois. Kind of hope for the best, in my opinion. Yep. I don't think it's Iowa. I think it's one of those 3. It doesn't feel sort of open enough to be that, so I'm tending towards more eastern, so I'll go Indiana-Ohio border, rather than... I probably should have just clicked middle Indiana, to be fair, but we're trying to be a bit bolder by hedging. A bold hedge. If it's anywhere else, then fair enough. For a minute there, I was like, did I miss something? I mean, wrong country. They actually got the right country, and we won. But yeah, it was around there. Did I miss something that made it Canadian? 20 club XP for the boys in the club. And yeah, nice win to start off rather than, you know, dropping down below 1300 and panicking. Overall, pretty solid. Solid result there. No fiascos, no qualms, no... Oh, hold up. I don't mind either, to be fair. It's just this one is... Yeah, I don't actually mind the actual UI. I just have a problem with how big the like your marker is, and how sometimes it can look like either you're closer or your opponent's closer when they're not, just because of how absolutely gargantuan the fucking marker is. Oh, are we Thailand? Let me see that. Oh, yeah, it's a concrete pole with that. Oh, it's rubber. Oh, it's rubber. So I'm going peninsula. It was peninsula. Should have gone further down. The way I see it is it's rubber, thick oil, thin oil, thick oil. But I'm wrong. It's right-hand drive, so we're northern... there's no car for Iceland or anything like that, is there? Kraken. Hold up. Am I? Because otherwise it's just northern Norway, right? Am I completely and utterly floundering here? The car 2022. I can't even remember what the old... You've got the truck now for the new coverage, but where would it be when it's flat and like somewhere in one of them? Yeah, nice sound all the way up. Trying to think flat, but not in this bit here because I know what that looks like. Yeah. And let me see. Long antenna like that. Big, like, what would you even call that? Mouth of a river leading into a sea? There's a geographic term for it. River mouth. Oh, we're Montenegro then, or Albania. Thank you. Little rift. With that to the west. That kind of lines up for both. I'm not really sure. No. We've got a big river leading into... Maybe it's more... What about this-ish, actually? That doesn't really fit. Yeah, it did not fit. That fit. I went for something that looked kind of funky on the coast. I didn't even bother lining anything up. I still do not know how to tell the difference between Albania and Montenegro. We're the UK, and we are Douglas Road. I mean, that's a Scottish name, right? Douglas. What's the joke about people who don't have a shovel? What do you call them? Douglas? I don't know. I don't know the actual wording. Bit further south. Like, big up Dunblane. Ah, fair enough. Right and drive. Big ridge like that. Peru? Is this a kind of funky Peru? Yeah? Or... don't really know the car. These trees are more southern. Like, they feel more like Chilean, but this doesn't really, and it's too green for where I'd go in Chile with the hills, the dry hills. We got cows though. Cows. Whatever that means. I think I'm actually going to go Chile. It was Peru, exactly where I was thinking. You get cows in Peru. I thought cows were like a southern, you know, a cooler thing. I didn't realize they lived in temperate places. Fair enough. That is genuinely where I would have gone in Peru, because it was green and it was a weird one. This is Ireland, right? I've learnt the rounded. I've relearnt actually because I already knew this. The rounded sort of fence post thing, meta, not fence post, gate. And then we go north or south. I'd go this region near Letterkenny. A good. I watched Letterkenny, the Canadian. Yeah, I watched a Canadian sitcom, absurdist sitcom. It's pretty good. It got a bit repetitive and draining after a while. Okay, it was that one there. Just blunders, just like, you know. I mean, it was kind of a tricky round, but then, yeah. The moral of the it's reload. The moral of the story is to just stick with our gut. Come on, let me in. If not, we're just middle clicking Czechia. Oh, for fuck's sake, man. Why? Reload. Come on. Sick. Thank God for that. Well, it's definitely not Czechia. It is Argentina. No. It fit for there. Look, I had like 2 seconds to look at that. Why I went there was there, but I thought we had that in Argentina card. That's just unfortunate that happened. Yeah, it did fit for there. That's why I panicked and sort of went in this region, because I was thinking of it over there. With 2 seconds to fucking figure that out, though, that it's a roundabout there, that's not bad. That, though, is... would we have won? We might have won, to be fair. Yeah, green Peru. I don't know why I went... Well, I do know why I went Chile, actually. Because it did feel a bit cooler, if you know what I mean. But it's just in one of those pockets, Peruvian pockets. Unfortunate, yeah. 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 We've been a little unfortunate lately. But, I mean, I should have won it already before that. But, again, we haven't been playing badly. I want to go northern. No. Not with this. Not with this. I've seen... I just want to go Scotland, but the road's not. I have seen Germany rounds that do look like Scotland, but could this ever be Italy? With this sort of road here, could it be cool, like near Alpine-ish Italy, or is it just Scotland? I'm going. It's not there. Where am I thinking in Italy? Croatia? Yeah, fair. The vibes are alright, honestly. Yeah. I don't mind that guess. better than going like Germany or Scotland. Is that red? It is. Cool. Slam middle of Ukraine. No look, Ukraine. It's like when they, if anyone's a darts fan, they do a no look shot, which you can't do. You usually have to look at the board, but they throw it, and then afterwards they turn away, and it just completely fucking defeats the object. Usually they miss anyway, and you just look like a wanker. Like, got wooden pole. That. Italy. Oh yeah, actually with that, or southern Germany. Wooden pole. Be sick if I could actually like see the, you know, the map. Right vibes again. Slovenia, not Italy, but yeah. The vibes were right. Wrong country. Completely fucking wrong, but right vibes. Indo. Right. Come the fuck on. East, like, you know, Sula with, yeah, Sulawesi. Maybe even Noosas. Thank God this is pre-multis. Could it even be Southern Kalimantan? I'm just naming so many places that hopefully I can be correct about at least one of them when I'm going there. Maybe a bit higher up because I don't think it's Noosas, but it was Cali. That's why it felt a bit weird. I didn't name it, but I did name the island. I had a pretty much 1 in 4 chance, but feels like Sumatra with the architecture. It was a little funky. Maybe going forward I'll just name every Indonesian island and be like, I think it might be this one, I think it might be this one, and then it will be one of them, and I can be like, told you so. That's German. Yep. And I'm not clicking middle. I'm not clicking middle. I'm better than that. I'm clicking slightly southern middle. I'm not better than that. I'm much, much worse. No matter how good, bad you think you might be, it can be worse. It's like the Mick McCarthy meme. Well, it can. We're Argentina. We're flat, we're cold, we've had snow, so we've got to at least be a little bit further south. But what about like feels a little more northern. We've got more vegetation. So and it almost feels a bit more over this way. Where's Nequeen? There, but like do you get hills in and around here? Like slight hills. Not entirely sure. Do you get a few here, I think. No real road lines up, but okay, even further south. Fair enough. GG. I got that completely wrong. Completely and utterly wrong. We're all human. Now this though is not Brazil, unless we just have a different pole. It's like in and around there. It's Rio Grande do Sul, northern Argentina-ish. Yeah. Why is that a possum guard on there though? Why is there a possum guard on that there? Maybe because it's Australia, New Zealand. Actually. Whew! Thank fuck for that. That's good. Because the vibes were screaming that. So that's actually, I don't care. At least yeah, at least I got that. You know? So with the UK, yeah, that was actually well thought out. Because maybe last week when I was playing absolutely shit, I would have ignored that and been like, no, there's a possum. Possums exist in Brazil. Which I'm pretty sure they don't. UK, though, moving swiftly onwards from that. Enough of the backpacking. Backpatting. We're not going backpacking. It feels a bit... Oh, could it even be Cornwall? No, it's going to be north. We hedge a bit. We just hedge. Yeah, sound. It was either north or it was Cornwall. And I felt like being a bit funky. Bhutan, right? Yeah. Especially with that, at least. We should be. That's grey, isn't it? Yeah. I shouldn't overthink it. Because that's when the bad comes in. Just go Thimphu. Sound. Just been there, St. Giles, and returned on a 6-hour drive like 2 days ago in Cornwall. Oh, nice one. Sick. Yeah, I went. My auntie and uncle have a holiday home in Devon, which is, well, now it's actually just their home. One sec. Poland, green, orange. That's not green. With that as well. 1 second, sorry, and I will get back to you about how brutal the trip is down to Cornwall. Same. Yeah, it's a diabolical drive, especially 6 hours. Was it supposed to take 6 hours, or was it like a 2-hour trip and it was just everybody in the whole of Britain was like, you know what would be fun to do in summer? In baking hot heat, and no one else will have the same idea of us? Go to Cornwall. Right, I actually should have just looked at this. Istanbul, Bursa, Suluk to the north. Istanbul's here, Bursa is there, so we're going to be somewhere down here-ish. Susuluk, so it's 120 from there. It's going to be a small place. What about any of these? They're even smaller. Anything else? No, should definitely be over there, Bursa. Unless it's like, no, because you'd have to go round, which would mean it would be more mileage. Okay. Susuluk, we'll have a look. The lag on the laptop won't be the most conducive to scanning that well. 120 miles from Bursa, like around here-ish. Yeah, they 5k. It's fine. Fair enough. It's actually game. It is game. Fair dues. Yeah, look. I mean, laptop's slow. I'm crap at scanning. I'm not gonna. I don't know what 120 miles is. Hello, how are you? I'm good, thank you. All good. Yeah, we're in the midst of a pretty well, brutal by the UK standards heat wave. And Susuluk, where is it? There. Yeah, fair enough. I panicked and hedged a bit. Live in Cambridgeshire, so yeah, as you've seen, I'm bad at judging distances. 6 hour drive is brutal. It takes me 4.5 to get home from Newcastle, so that must be quite far. Yeah, I always just forget how far, like, how actually big the south is and how kind of, come on, brutal it can be to travel down. The US. Are we? That isn't a front plate. I was thinking like up, like Michigan, like near those big lakes, sort of southern Manitoba-y. That's about as good as I'm gonna get, I think. Is that Michigan? Wisconsin. We'll go in that one. Right, again. Honestly, I know that was pretty, like, 712 miles away, but I had the right thinking, which is, again, moving in the right direction from being absolute dog shit last week. This is Brazil, and it's southern Brazil. South of Piranha, I think. We don't see any piranha pines, as I should follow up my expert pronunciation. But yeah, it's dry. It's southern Brazil. Not dry, like cold dry, not desert dry. Maybe even like coastal Santa Catarina. Or do I just go Sao Paulo for a hedge? No, I think I'll commit. I think I will. Somewhere in like this-ish. Yeah, even further south in Rio Grande do Sul. Fair enough. They, as I've done many a time, thought we had Chilean poles, because sometimes you get confused. In Kazakhstan, no wire. Summerish, autumnish coverage. Fuck, I want to go down. I want to go down. I can't remember where the... Is that just going to be absolutely dog shit? Yes. Yeah, it was. It was that one. If anybody has watched the channel before, they know that I physically am incapable of telling those two apart. In Australia, I don't think it's... No, it's too dry, so outback, like up here? Or New South Wales? New South Wales, I'll go Dubbo. Oh, well... Outback Vic. Indo, I think. Tie, fair enough. Is that game? Yeah, fuck. Autumn hilly coverage in Canada is found in the far east of Oscarman. Thank you. I thought there was autumn down in Shymkent as well. Thank you, though. Good to know. Yeah, we threw that one away. Let's have a look. It was a kind of a hard round. Red Dirt. I like their Vietnam guess as well. I think I just saw this and was like, that wouldn't even have fit for a Java roof, though. No, it doesn't feel. Again, I got into it in my head and then just didn't think or consider anything else. Shymkent is summer. Okay, thank you. Yeah, good to know. We've lost 30 odd ELO. It happens. I'm not actually again, I'm not overly... It's not like it was last week where I was just being absolutely shit. It's just a hard game. You know? I'll do another half an hour, and hopefully we can regain some. What day are we on? Thursday. Yeah, we got time to claw it. Well, even if we are in danger of being relegated, we got time to claw it back.